Hello everyone, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to say here, I am filming this on December 31st and posting it a few weeks late, but this arrived today from Atlas. So this was purchased on December 27th at the Experienced Pen Sale. It was shipped yesterday, December 30th, and it arrived today, December 31st, which is amazing to me, going from Chicago all the way to Edmonton. So thank you, Atlas. I did have to pay customs, which is normal now, but I did have to pay customs on this. I love this postcard though. You've got like the swan and it says magical. And look at the little Christmas card. Okay, so what I ended up buying from the Atlas Experienced Pen Sale is in this box here. But just a quick side note, if you're not familiar with the Atlas Experienced Pen Sale, if you join the Atlas Discord, their link is available on their Instagram and I think on their YouTube channel as well. You get the chance to, every last Friday of the month, they hold an Experienced Pen Sale on their Discord, and you have the opportunity to try and win the ability to buy pens that are very, very discounted. Some of these pens, when they say Experienced Pen Sale, it's because they've been returned, may have minor imperfections, and you're buying them basically at your own risk there, but you can get some really great deals. And I have been a viewer of the pen sales for quite a while, but never a Ninja Fingers purchaser. But last Friday, I managed to purchase something. It is the Narwhal. Yes, it is a Narwhal pen. I did say that I was never going to get another one, but this one was just so pretty, I had to. The reason that this one was in the Experienced Pen Sale was because of the broken box. There was nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with the pen itself. It was just that the box was broken. So I thought, it's discounted because the box is broken, not because the pen is wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with the pen. All right, so opening it up here, you've got the Narwhal logo and information card for how to fill their pen. And this is the pen. This is the Atlas exclusive Turquoise Dream Nautilus. And I know I just unboxed a very similar color pen, which I will show you here, but look at that. Like the different sparkly shimmery and the turquoise and the lighter white and the green with the rose gold. I hope the camera is capturing all of the shimmer, and it's just gorgeous. Lovely. Now I know I just did unbox a pen in a similar color. I seem to be going for a theme at the moment, although these are the only like teal turquoise pens I own, I think. Looking through my collection now. Yeah. Okay. I'm like second guessing myself. Oh no, the other teal turquoise one that I have is my Benu Edelweiss. Yeah, I really like that. Oh, these are coming up now. And I mean, this is more green than turquoise, but that's the Aussie abalone from Just Turnings. And I don't want to say that I have a type, because I don't, because if you look at my pen collection, there's a mix. There's definitely a mix. Okay. But if you're not familiar with this model, this is the Nautilus model, and this is a piston filling pen. It comes with, I guess, I'm not sure what the nib is on the Narwhal. I don't know if it's a Yovo nib, but they only come in fine, medium, broad, and I believe a stub. I'm not sure. But this is a piston fill, and here are the ink windows to look like the windows on a submarine. And then you can move the piston here. I'm being very gentle with this because if you are aware of what happened with my last Narwhal, I went too crazy with this piston that it actually came out of the body, and I had to contact Narwhal and they showed me how to repair it. After that experience, I said to myself I was never going to buy another narwhal, but the colors of this one and getting it at the Experience pen sale, I was just so happy with that. Now you see here, like, I feel like I'm being very picky here, but the clip is maybe just a tad off center from the window hole or the porthole, but it's not a huge deal. Then you've got the beautiful detailing along the cap. It says Narwhal with the beautiful engravings. It's got a really good clip that's not too stiff at all. And then you have the rose gold metal detailing there. And then you also have the rose gold on the finial. I'm saying it's rose gold, but it looks more bronze now. I'm gonna see, what else do I have rose gold detailing on? Not that one. Yeah, I feel like it is rose gold. The other rose gold is my cream rose gold. Okay. Yeah, those are rose gold. Anyway, long enough introduction, but I am really happy with that. So now what I'm going to do is compare this to other pens in my collection, and then I'm going to weigh it, choose an ink it up, and do a quick writing sample. So there is the Narwhal Turquoise Dream, and then I'll show you the other Narwhal I have. This is the Voyage Tromso, and you can see the difference. Instead of an ink window like this, the Tromso has an ink window like that. And otherwise, the two are pretty much exactly the same except for the ink window. So I'll put that over here, and I'll go ahead and compare this to other pens in my collection, other piston filling pens. So I'm going to compare it to my Pelikan M800, my TWSBI Eco, my Lamy 2000. What else is a piston fill? My Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2.0. So these are all piston fills, meaning that they do not use a cartridge or a converter to fill. The filling system is basically attached to the pen itself. So these pens require bottled or sample ink versus a cartridge. So let's look at all of these pens. Then the Narwhal is, or the gosh, I can't even speak today. The Narwhal is, the Nautilus is a more oversized model. You can see there that it is bigger than the Pelikan M800. It's bigger than the TWSBI Eco, and definitely the Lamy 2000 is the smallest. And I thought the Momento Zero Grande 2.0 was big for me, but these two are pretty comparable in size. Let's look at these uncapped. So there are all of the pens uncapped, and you can see actually the Momento Zero Grande is longer by just a smidge than the Narwhal Nautilus, and then the shortest one out of all of them is the Lamy 2000. Now if you look at the size of the grip section of the Nautilus, this is why it is comfortable for me. It is a good size grip section, not too narrow, and then the threads are pretty high up on the grip section, and then even the threads themselves are quite smooth. There's a tiny step between the threads of the grip section and the body, but that doesn't bother me at all actually. And then comparing to the TWSBI Eco, it's definitely a larger pen than that. And looking at the grip section of the Momento Zero Grande 2.0 is definitely the largest one, but showing this here basically what it looks like unposted, because this is not necessarily a pen that you want to post, and it can't post anyway, but looking at it unposted and where my fingers rest on the pen, it is actually a very comfortable pen to hold. And when I'm writing with it, I write with it where I hug the pen pretty well. The width of the body actually makes it quite comfortable, because if it was narrower than that, then my hand would feel like it was scrunching really hard or squeezing really hard, whereas with the larger pen, that is actually very comfortable for my hand. So let's go ahead and weigh the Nautilus. So weighing the Nautilus capped, it comes in at 30 grams, and then uncapped, make sure it doesn't roll away, it is 17 grams, which I find actually a good size, and then the cap itself is 13 grams. So now let's find an ink to match. All right, so this is my A5 or personal size ring binder. I have a list of all my pens in here, but I actually need to remove that because I don't use it. I really just use it for the different color families of inks. So actually, I'm going to start from the back in the grays. No, nothing that's really taking my fancy. Not purple. I think I'm actually either going to go in blue or teal. Oh, no. Teal, turquoise, or green. That I was tempted by that Eau de Nil, very similar to what I was thinking of for the Franklin Christoph, but agave would have been perfect if I still own that. Oh, no, Diamine Bliss is too light. But again, I don't own that one. Oh my gosh, Kujiku would have been really good. Or, I don't know, this is now like I'm seeing these against the blues. This pen is leaning more green. Yeah, none of these are fitting. So now we're in the teals, but I already have knitted nettle put into a pen, so I don't necessarily need another teal. Oh, I said this last time with the Franklin Christoph, Poseidon green would have been perfect. Perfect. But, ooh, Troublemaker Copper Patina would be perfect, but I just had that in a pen. Let's see. Well, can you even see all that? If I still had Hampton Harbor Sage. No, not Peter Moss. This is hard to choose because I also think like I'm going to ink this out for January, and I don't want to have more than one of the specific color. That is tough. No, I do not want it in a red or an orange. Although, like, the rose gold could call for a really nice, like, dusty pinky brown, maybe. Because I also have to think, like, the nibs on these are quite wet. Thank you for sticking with me as I try to figure out what I'm doing. Weeping Willow. I love that ink, and I just bought a bottle of it, actually. Mung Bean Cake. I'm liking the dusty browns or the dusty pinks actually for this. Wow, I have a lot. Sepia Hour. Sepia Hour is actually going into a different pen. Not yellow. Maybe a pink. Yeah, maybe a pink. Which would be so unexpected in this, because I would think like putting a teal in this would be perfect, but maybe a dusty pink. Ooh, possibly White Rabbit could work because this is a wetter pen and White Rabbit can be a little bit drier. Or, I was thinking of putting Diamine Masquerade in a pen. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I might do Masquerade. I'm thinking. All right, so after a long, agonizing decision, I decided to put Diamine Masquerade in here. All right, so we have the brand Narwhal. It's spelled Nahvalur, but it is pronounced Narwhal, and the model is Nautilus, if I can spell. The nib is a fine, and the color, it's basically an Atlas exclusive turquoise. Gosh, I need more room for just that. Dream. Inked with Diamine Masquerade. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. I said I would not purchase another Narwhal due to my experience with the piston on my last pen. But then this came about. I kept saying I did not need it, especially after getting the Franklin Christoph in the very similar color, but this was such a good deal at the Experience pen sale. so I couldn't pass it up. The fine nib writes very smoothly and has good flow. The pen is comfortable, but I will be careful going forward with the piston. So there is my unboxing of my newest pen. I feel like a whole bunch of these are coming in now because the Canada Post strike has ended, and there were, well, saying that, this was not a pen that I purchased during the strike, and this was sent not by Canada Post, by DHL, so this came very, very quickly. I'm very happy with it, but I am cautiously optimistic about the piston. I'm going to be very careful when cleaning the pen to not go crazy when taking the piston in and out to clean the pen, but otherwise it is beautiful. I do love the rose gold with the teal and just the shimmers. It's fantastic. I'm glad that there are areas that are darker in the teal and then lighter in areas too. I like the difference. I don't know if I would like it if it was all dark. I do like the lighter areas of that pen. All right, but that is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you are ever interested in, I think actually Atlas still has this available on their website, so you can use my affiliate link down in the description below and the code Karina10 to get 10% off on this pen as well. All right, thank you all so much for watching, and have yourselves a great day.